Here, meow. Get. Oh, almost. Did you do it? Did you actually catch one? That's the first time I've ever seen her catch one of these. Nope. Bailey has got to be the worst food catcher ever. Here, Kickin. Alright, that's it. She caught one of them out of, I don't know, 20. That ain't bad. Who we got in here? JD, Daniel, Sissy, Annette, Chrissy. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Annette, I mean, I won't have that on here. I mean, kidding or not, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It can be offensive. And it's just not very nice. And if I would have seen it earlier, I would have probably blocked you, just to be honest. But as you all can tell, I've been not posting anything. For one thing, it's been nothing but rainy, and the creek's up, and it's foggy. I couldn't even hardly see driving home tonight. So foggy, and there ain't been nothing going on here. Nothing. I've come out and listened a few times, and nothing going on. Oh, Tim. Personal. Downrange. But I got home about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. I've been doing the ceilings in here too. Oh my God, it's a nightmare. I hate painting. I need to paint this door and all this. But look. That's what it did look like. I'm about done with this room, and I painted the other rooms. But I think I'm going to have to do 2 coats. And it is wearing me out. I've been up since, well, the first night I stayed up till about 3. Then last night till 2. And that's just painting. Then I had to take a shower. I think I got more paint on me than I did the ceiling. But that has to be done. Next I'll start tiling. I gotta at least get 1 bedroom done so I can move all this stuff in there and get some of this clutter out of the way. Come here, girl. But it's just been raining and too loud here for me to go live with the creek noise. Listen at it. It's been up for the past 3 days. You big baby. No, don't get my lap. But I've had at least 6 people asking if I'm alright. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, if nothing's going on, I don't really see any reason to post a video, just me talking. No, there ain't been no boogers around in a few days now. I guess it's last weekend, which is typical. I mean, it's not every night that the boogers are here, at least that I'm aware of. We had the big snow that kept them away too. So I guess, what was it, Friday? Was the last night maybe we had any activity here? Yeah. Yeah, probably about August I'll be complaining about how hot it is. You know, the first couple of months of the hot weather I can take it, but I'd rather it be cold than hot. I'd rather it be spring or fall than any time. I see. Maybe ain't been inside to get her lovin's. I've been painting. I guess I could cover you with paint. Let you shake it off everywhere. The gray documentary. I don't know what that means. Like aliens? Yeah, really, me too. Me too, downrange. For sure. 70 degrees sounds nice. With no humidity. It's been pretty busy at work too. I'm going to take the night off from painting. I'm not going to paint tonight. Feels pretty good out here now. I guess it's still in the upper 50s. Yeah, it's supposed to be nice this weekend too. Like yeah. Sunday is Resurrection Day, so I'm going in. I'm taking Sunday off of work. Going in to spend time with my family. Then I got two little buddies coming back with me. We're gonna do some boogering. Monday, I guess I'm gonna take Monday off work too. Hang out with them little fellers. They didn't get no. They got 1 day for spring break this year because the teachers went on strike to get a better salary, which God bless them, they deserve it. Putting up them young'uns and teaching them. Of course, I don't agree with a lot they're teaching right now, but oh well. I don't know, post a link to it, Tim. You can post a link to it where you've got the wrench and check it out later. Yeah, absolutely. Ain't that a shame too? I mean, they can teach evolution in school, but they can't teach creation, you know? I mean, that's not very fair. Evolution is nothing but a religion anyway. It's not backed by any type of science. So how comes they can teach that religion and not, not creation? Oh, lady. But I mean, that just goes to show you what's running the government. I think we're supposed to get more rain for the next, what is it, like Wednesday? Next 2 days, we're supposed to get a lot of rain, so the creek's already up. It's not up real bad, but it is up, and the ground's not going to hold any more water. A lot of fog. Look at all that. And I'll try to check it out. If I don't kill myself out here. But yeah, I ain't even been able to get my FLIR out. I got it out the other day. Whenever I pulled in, it had been raining, but it quit raining. And I seen a possum on the side of the road, so I decided to use the FLIR on the possum. It did a pretty good job. Well, not sick, just been busy. No activity around here, so I figured I better get some of this stuff done. I'm also doing my spring cleaning now too, while I'm painting. And we ain't been buggering, have we, Bailey? We ain't been buggering. You want to go buggering? Yeah, if you go to it and copy the link and just not hit copy and paste on the link, you can paste it in the chat then. Yeah, I want to get my spring cleaning in. It's crazy, especially having a wood fireplace, how much stuff can build up in your house, getting the cracks and crevices. That way, whenever it actually warms up, I can come out here and work. Do the outside stuff. Well, I know I can't show y'all because my phone won't reach out there, but the gutter on the front side of the house, all that heavy snow slid down on it. I need to replace the facial board on it, and the gutter's all sagging down. I need to take it down. It ain't one thing, it's another. Well, this one's just a small creek, so whenever it gets up, which it has been up to where Bailey's laying out here on the porch, that's the highest I've ever seen it. They've done that, what, three years ago? One of the 100-year floods or whatever. But if you was to get in a boat in this thing, it wouldn't take you but a second to make it from the head of the holler outside the holler, which is over a mile, because it runs so fast. It'd be a heck of a boat ride. Ants. I'm hoping all the daggum bugs will be dead here. The planes haven't slowed down, in case anybody was curious about that. Yeah, I stockpile a lot of food here, non-perishable items here, and it's not because of the insects, it's more or less because of the humans and what might could happen. Now the rabbits are still safe. Haven't done that yet either. Been trying to concentrate on this house. I can't believe how much paint this has taken. I've used 7 gallons now. I'm gonna have to buy more. Thinking about just buying another 5 gallons and doing the upstairs too. Shouldn't be as bad. Alright, I'll check it out, Tim. Actually, it looks like the fog's lifting now. I came out last night, did a couple calls, and not before that, did a couple calls. Stood out here for a while, never did hear anything. It's just been so rainy, the sound don't travel good whenever it's so moist out. Look, Fire pit's filled up. Can't even have fire, can we, Gray Cat? Starting to rain again. No, it's very expensive to own a car. Stupid insurance is outrageous. Something that, you more than likely won't ever use, I guess. And if you do have to have it, they want to fight you over it. I think I think they need to redo that little system. It's a rip-off. Yeah, it's starting to rain again here. It's rained all day here. Might as well not quit now. But this is part of it. This is spring. March is about over. April's coming up. Things are coming up in the yard here. Like I said, I ain't been out in the past few days, but mushrooms, it should be getting close to mushrooming time. Once this ground warms up to about 50 degrees and stays there constantly, there should be mushrooms. I can't go nowhere if that Wi-Fi down in the basement. That sucks. Hello, Emily. Hello, Jeremy. Becky. I'm going to try to do one call, see if I get any type of response or anything. And then if not, I really ain't got much to talk about. I'm kind of tired. A long week. Staying up all night having paint parties is getting to me. But I'll mute it to save y'all's ears. You get rain your way too, Jeremy? Yep, here too. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. We'll see. And they'll change it before the weekend comes. They'll have it raining then too, I'm sure. I just think of it this way. That rain is going down to the ground and warming it up. Mushrooms will start coming up here pretty soon. I can't hear nothing because of that creek. Tornado. Yeah, we did too, Becky. We had the biggest snow of the year Saturday. Of course, most of it was gone by Sunday. And all of it was gone by Monday because it rained again. Nashville. Too cold to snow? Surely not. Oh, Bailey. Bailey. I hear you, Jason. I'm gonna have to get a new gutter, I think. That daggone gutter's falling off the front of the house. That snow's killed it. I don't know if y'all can hear the peepers. They're going off too. They love this rain. Could you imagine being a booger out? I mean, God, especially this part of the year. You know, stuff is just now starting to come back. Like I showed the ramps the other day, and some trees are starting to bud out and all that. But all this rain, you can see the moon now. All this rain is still not warm. It's got to be bone soaking, which I don't know. They got a fur coat and supposedly oily skin and all that, which probably helps, but I'd say it's miserable for them. When's the next full moon? Anybody know right offhand? Yeah, I bet you can smell booger a mile away with that wetness. Yeah, I've been looking in the caves. Well, I did last weekend anyway. I think right now is their birthing season too. Yeah, maybe something like a duck, because you know a duck's got that oil gland on their rear end that they pull down their feathers with, so maybe that's why the boogers have woolly skin. We gotta wait. I'll wait till March the 1st, lady. No, 31st. All right, so it'll be on Resurrection Day too. That's interesting. Which also happens to be April Fool's. Which also don't it begin the Jewish New Year? I'd have to look. I think the Jewish New Year begins on the full moon, don't it? Or is it the new moon? Can't remember now. Ain't that weird how our New Year is in January, which makes absolutely no sense. Spring is, everything's coming alive. You would think that would be the first part of the year if you go by like critters, whenever you're born, you're young, and as you get older, just like wintertime, everything starts to die out. We got a weird calendar. Yeah, but it'll be April the 1st at midnight, so there's that. It's a blue moon too, again. They used to say once in a blue moon because a blue moon is simply two full moons in 1 month, and it was a rare event. Well, we've had a few of them lately. Then we have one in November, then another one in maybe October or something. Yeah, we go by the Roman calendars. That's also why people call it Easter, because of the Romans. And what's his name? Nimrod, Baal. and the I can't remember his wife's name, but they had a son, and oh shoot, I had it, lost it. Not Easter, but Easter, something like that. But anyway. There might be. Be pretty cool. Be a lot cooler if the skies would clear up and you could actually see. Nimrod Jr. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. No, it's not the paint. See, it's actually called history. That's what they don't teach you in school. That's why the Pope wanted all the, all the Bibles that got out to the common folks burned, and whoever was printing them Bibles killed. They didn't want that information out there. They wanted you to listen to them. Am I not remembering? That could be from other things I did in my younger days too. Just saying. I don't think there's anything toxic in this paint. Tastes good though. No, the dude's got a weird name. It's not Nimrod Jr. I just can't think of it. He's got a weird name. But he was supposed to be Nimrod resurrected or whatever. And the mother's name was Istar. That's where Easter comes from. I might have tasted some of the paint. You don't know. I'll show you my shirt that I was using. It was black. Now it's mostly white. Some people say that, Pam. A lot of people say that humanity is getting bigger and bigger as we're getting more nutrients and stuff in our food. A lot of people say that Adam was a giant, and Noah and all that gang. They lived, 900 years or whatever. I think we're degrading as society, and if you want proof, all right, if you want proof of that, kids are eating Tide Pods now. You know what I heard on the radio coming home today? They're taking wasper spray. That's just, the little stinging wasp that fly around. They're taking that, drying it out, and shooting it up. Now you tell me, they talk about evolution. I think it's more like de-evolution, if anything. I mean, come on, really? Wasp spray? How hard up would you have to be? And then they're like, people don't remember it, and they kind of, you spray a wasp and they all crinkle up like their legs draw in. They say the people's doing that. Why in the heck would anybody want to do that? Yeah, I mean, look, that's the future of this country. Look at what they're doing. They're out there marching, and they're asking for their rights to be took away from them. I mean, good. Can you imagine what's going to happen in 30 years from now? They're out there practically begging for their rights to be took away from them. Like any socialist country that's ever existed has been successful. Yeah, and they're teaching them creation, or no, shoot, they're teaching them evolution in school. So they're not a creative being. They're not made in God's image. So basically, they're nothing. So what's the point? You teach them they're nothing, they're going to act like they're nothing. They're going to act stupid. It's terrible. I mean, it all relates. It might be the other way around. This generation, we might be wiping their backside in a nursing home. No, it's all, it's all fake to them. They raise them up on video games and movies, show nothing but death. The same bunch wants to go out and wants to take our guns from us, but here they want to celebrate it in Hollywood and in video games, and it teaches them that it's all just fake. It's disgusting. Thank God I don't have TV anymore. Matter of fact, I threw away my last TV I had in the house. I forgot I had that one in there. Threw it away. Nothing wrong with it. It's one of the older models, not the flat screen, but it's gone. Yeah, they're asking for the Second Amendment to be took away, the First Amendment to be took away. They're which one is it for the news, the media? They're wanting to hush people on that unless you hear it from their sources, from their NBC or Fox News or CNN. That's all owned by the same people. Anybody else with an opinion, don't listen to them. Don't listen to what's true. Listen to what we tell you. Watch our programming. If I had kids, I would force them in some kind of homeschooling. Well, I don't know. If I was teaching them, it probably wouldn't work out so good. But I find somebody that was smart to teach them. You know. Yeah, I mean, in homeschool, don't you have to go by certain criteria anyway? It's what it is. Is they're getting the kids. They're brainwashing them from an early age, and the poor guys that got a chance with Monsanto putting every chemical known to God in their foods and water, and spraying us with this crap in the air. Yeah. It says in God we trust on our money. It also has the all-seeing eye and a pyramid on there too. I wonder what God they're talking about. Got a pentagram on. Oh yeah, the boogers will be back. I mean, this is perfectly normal. If this goes for another week, it's perfectly normal for them not to be here. But I guarantee you, by the end of next month, it'll really pick up around here. Well, I won't guarantee it, but judging by what's happened in the past, in my opinion, it'll really pick up here in the next month. Like they're getting a little frisky or something. Or maybe celebrating the all the food. Yeah, you're right, Cece. But you look what they did with the parents. Like the greatest generation, they went to war, like my papa and them. Then you had the hippies, all right? Then you got hippies raising kids. It's all degraded, and it's not everybody. It's just the what's it called, pop culture or whatever, saying, "Hey, be cool like us." I mean, here, try some wasp spray. It's good for you. That's what they're doing now. Which I mean, I guess is no worse than LSD or whatever they was taking back then. We're degrading as a society. All right, we might be getting more technology, which is probably from the Lord of the Air. But anyway, uh, we're degrading as a society. We're becoming a house divided. I hear you, sissy. With your paint and super glue or whatever you said a while ago. I'm kidding. That's what I'm saying. It's not everybody. My dad was a hippie. He still got hair down to his butt, but he was he's a God-fearing man. I'll put it like that. Well, thanks, Pam. That should be a big G, though. I remember Papa, I think he only made it to like the 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, something like that. One of the smartest people I knew. You know, his mom read to him and got him books and stuff like that, and they learned on their own. And you talk about a math whiz. Papa was a math whiz. He could tell you anything there was about the natural world, too. Like what was around him anyway. Highly intelligent guy. But then again, they weren't bombarded with chemtrails and fluoride in their water and whatever Monsanto decides to put in your food. And I'm pretty sure he never shot up any wasp spray either. I don't even think they made Tide Pods back then. Yeah, that's what we're getting here. Acts like a spring, finally. Yeah, I agree, Susie, but you look at what's becoming of them. I mean, back in the 50s, you know, it was reefer madness. They said if you smoke this joint, then you're going to go crazy. All right, and they had a big propaganda deal against that. Now they're eating Tide Pods. All right, this is what you wash your clothes with, and injecting into their bloodstreams dried out wasp spray. So yeah, I think we're degrading. I mean, sure we all got our generations have their problem, but that's one thing, Chris, that hasn't really hit that I know of, that I'm aware of. The meth deal hasn't hit around here. Around here, it was the pills. I don't even think I want to know what the Charmin Challenge is. Well, I mean, it's weed, you know. I smoked it myself back in my younger days. Which I'm not saying, talks about in the Bible to go into it with a clear mind. You know, if you're high on weed, you really don't have a clear mind. So. Oh, good grief. How would you do it? How would you smoke it? No, I never inhaled. Actually, it always made me paranoid. I didn't really like it. All I'm trying to get at is smoking weed is a lot better off than shooting Tide Pods or wasp spray. I mean, that's what's cool for the kids to do now. They ought to just spark a joint instead if they're going to do anything. Right, Bailey? It's terrible. I heard on the radio about some woman, I can't remember where she's from now, that had brought her kids in with, it was like 20 some broken ribs, not all at the same time, but at different times. It's just awful how people are. Yeah, it's me, Donald. I'm crazy enough myself. But I'm not going to say I never did try it. A little mission. Just out here listening. Ain't much going on. Can't get a howl or a wood knock or nothing. It's been like this last 3 nights. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got people now having kids that shouldn't have kids, and everybody wants to make it all about themselves. Nobody. Here's another, for instance. Back in the town I grew up in, it used to be called the friendliest town in West Virginia. Like if you was on the side of the road, broke down, or had a flat tire or something, in 5 minutes you'd already had 10 cars stopped to see if they could help you. Now they just soon drive by you, and you're lucky if they don't throw a beer bottle at you. I mean, it's that bad. Of course, they're still good people. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it used to be. I don't know what Antioch Park is. Or Antioch. I have no idea what that is. Of course, I haven't been keeping up with any news or anything lately. It's just depressing. I know what's going on, and I know who's behind it. Oh, okay. Yeah, people still do. They still stop here. Like where I'm at now, it was more like, we're behind the times here. And I'm not saying that there's not bad people. There's bad people wherever you go. But it's more laid back here, and everybody's more friendly around here. Yeah, they just now got alcohol in this county. They still don't sell it on Sundays. And I don't think they sell liquor here still to this day. Like I said, the beer was just, I think, last year they started selling it. None of the stores in like the local little town or whatever. It's not really even a town here. I don't think they sell it. Yeah, moonshine's a bit different story. Which I guess they don't really do that as much as they used to. Leave Gray Cat alone, lady. Yeah, they got that watered down stuff in their liquor stores now. Well, welcome, Tobias. Nothing much going on here. We're just talking. Boogers ain't been around the last few days. Two mission. Are you around? Oh heck, what's it called? Wow, I can't think of the name of it. Where the University of Tennessee is. Yeah, Knoxville. Hello, Kimmy. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Whenever I lived down in Nashville, we used to go to my buddy's house over in Gatlinburg. Come on, kid. Kit. We used to go to his house in Gatlinburg all the time, and which is pretty close to Knoxville. Anyway, what I was getting at on that was there's a preacher down there he's on YouTube. I love him. Pastor Charles Lawson. I would love to go to his church. Yeah, it's the paint. Keep it up, Sissy. I'm going to put you to painting. Man, it's nice just to sit out on the porch and not freeze to death. No way you won't help me paint. It's terrible. Hello, Candace. Sitting here chilling. See if the boogers will show up and play tonight. I don't think they're going to, though. You're a weirdo, then. D. I'm telling you, it's wore me out. I don't know if y'all can tell see how the designs are in that? That is horrible to paint. I mean, you really gotta put some elbow grease in it to get the paint up in those little crevices. Oh Lord, you don't think my boogers are on Tide Pods, do you? Thanks, JD. Mud. Painting them white. Make it a little bit brighter in there. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I did take something to knock down some of it, but I'm not going to drywall it. No. Sounds like a lot more work. The ceiling's low enough anyway. I can't even stretch my arms up without scraping the knuckles on that. I guess Mel almost liked that design. It kind of looks like little rainbows or whatever in it. Yep. Blue Moon of Kentucky. You can't never see it because it's always raining. Kiki, why you let all them rabbits run around the yard? Shouldn't you be a little bit more rougher on them? You go after the bigger game, like the boogers, don't you? Papa probably didn't do it. It was probably one of the sons probably done it. And then Mama probably seen him putting the mud up on there and say, "Oh, I like that rainbow design." Then the poor guy had to make all these little rainbow designs or tees or whatever in them. Funky looking. I don't think Gray Cat's ever killed any rabbits. I did catch 2 mice in the house, so apparently he's not doing his job on that either. Thank you, 222. It's built good. It just needs some lipstick and rouge. After I get the painting done, I think I'm going to start tiling. I'd like to tile the whole basement. Make it a lot easier to clean. I don't know if this cat would do it or not. Man, he is shedding bad. Getting his summer coat in. Look at that. It's even worse. Anyway. I've got black snakes to keep the poisonous snakes away. Yeah, that's all that was down in these bedrooms. They had the old shag carpeting. This was made, I guess, built in the late '70s. I was born in '76, and I was probably 3 or 4 whenever they built these. So that's whenever they had the shag carpeting and all that, and they had that in the bedrooms. Oh, it was a nightmare. Yeah, I'm tired of vacuuming it. Plus, where I got that wood stove, and you pack wood in, it just gets everywhere, and just be easier to sweep up. Where I found the mold in there too. I'm afraid to have carpet. They've even got carpet in the kitchen down here, which I've got it all pulled up too. It is that thin stuff, but who? I mean, I don't put carpet in the kitchen. Was it orange cat or gray cat? What? I thought about that downrange, but the concrete's not in such good shape. There's footprints and everything in it. You know, they poured it just to cover it. Just a bunch of hillbillies building a house. I mean, they built it well, but they weren't going for looks. Yeah, it was a gray cat that got thrown away. That trash can right there. I was looking at tile today, and they got tile that looks like wood flooring, which is pretty cool. Pretty expensive too. 6 foot rattlesnake. Good night. Well, look, we had a park in Logan that I worked a seasonal job as soon as I moved back from North Carolina. But anyway, they have like a little zoo exhibit. They got hawks and owls and hogs and bears and wildcats in it. But I was going up there one day. I can't remember what I was even doing, but anyway, there's a rattlesnake den in an old in an old sycamore tree, and the prettiest rattlesnake. I mean, it looked like it was bluish colored. That its tail was real dark and it's bluish colored, and that sucker's about 6 foot long. I caught it in a cooler, and they had like snake displays too. They had a rattlesnake and a black snake and a copperhead. So I caught that, and they put it in the exhibit. They turn the snakes loose every year. Yeah, rattlesnake does taste good. I don't. I haven't seen a poisonous snake around here in a long time. I guess we got those black racers and king snakes and rat snakes and all that around here. They don't. They keep all the ugly snakes around now. Tastes like a rattlesnake. Yeah, racers will chase you, and I know why they call them racers too. Them little suckers is fast. I remember one time we went to Summersville Lake, and there was two, and that one was at least 6 foot long. Dad grabbed that dude by its tail and did it like a whip and popped its head clear off. Pretty cool at the time. Really, Gray Cat? This isn't weird. I guess that's one way to get over it. Hello, Nala. Nope, nothing exciting. Just me running my mouth. No, whenever I pet Gray Cat, usually Bailey comes over. If I pet the other one, they both want petted at the same time. Right, Bailey? Big baby? Bailey's just sleeping. Snake talk. I guess it depends on the cops. Remember picking berries with Papaw. We'd go into the berry patch, and he'd be sitting there stomping his feet. And I thought he was just stomping down the briars to get in there to get more berries, but he would do it before he got to the patch. I'm like, Papa, why you keep doing that? Every time we go berry picking, you keep stomping your feet. He let me in on the deal that snakes feel them vibrations, and they'll get out of there. They'll get out of the berry patch. Snakes will hang out in berry patches to catch birds whenever they come in. And it works. Oh, it definitely works. Next time you see a snake, stomp around. It'll move. Now, if you get up too close to one, it'll hold its ground and curl up and get ready to defend itself, and that's when you back off and stomp a little bit. But it'll move him out of there. I mean, he stomped around before he got to it, and I thought, well, what in the world's he doing? I thought he was going to cut a jig or something. Oh yeah, you gotta have a poking stick too when you're berry picking, for sure. I recommend bringing a poking stick anywhere you go. No, I have no idea what cryptid con is, and have no interest in going to anything like that. I've got a cryptid con here. They probably would, Paul. Yeah, stomping around works. I don't understand why they. Well, I mean, I guess, it's fine for some people. I'm just not interested in going to conferences or whatever. Now, whenever I went to LBL to meet the Outlaws, now that was cool. I mean, you're in a boogery spot with, well, I mean, it's just a good group of people down there. There's absolutely zero trouble at all out of anybody. And sit around with like-minded people and swap lies. It's fun, good times. Yeah, you can poke all kinds of stuff with the stick. I was watching the squash team and they came across some of this. I've seen it before. Somebody said it was frog eggs. I think it was you, Jeremy, if you're still on here. But I don't think it was frog eggs. I think it was, I can't remember what it's called now. They had some kind of scientific name for it. I told them I should have said it was a booger and been done with it. It was like a green blob. Sheila's calling it hospital jello. The comments are coming in fast. Hello, Shane. I'm in Kentucky. I seen that a while ago. A boa? Yeah, I might take a few people to get a boa out of there. It might have been the vibration off of it. The snakes feel vibrations, which noise is a vibration. So maybe it thought it was a wounded mouse or who knows, a bird or something. Hello, Nancy. Probably in there eating a mice. Yeah, that's pretty scary down the range. I don't know how they do that, but yeah, it'd be plumb awful to look down and see something like that. I'll try one more call, y'all. I'll put it on mute. Wait for the plane to go by. And I've talked to a couple people on Messenger too that I might try to see if they want to come on and talk about their experiences with boogers. It's pretty cool. Which I don't see one of them in here tonight. Now, an outhouse, I can see it going on in an outhouse. Man, that'd be awful. I'm going to think about that every time I go to the bathroom. Alright, I'm going to do a call. I want to take my outhouse and move it up here further away from the creek. Maybe up against the bank where the road is or something. Redo it. And boogers used to love smacking that thing, messing with me while I was sitting on the porch. That's before I had any inkling what was going on. Yeah, you're not mean at all, are you, D? I don't know about an angel, maybe a cherubim. And I seen the first interview with Rio did with Bitter Nagel. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen the second one yet. Even though I did make the first comment on the video. It popped up on my phone while I was at work. Hello, Pamela. Is Georgia getting green yet? Or how about down your way, sissy? Is it getting green in the south yet? The deep south? We got the redbud trees ain't even popping out yet, but the willow trees are. Porta potty for sure. Go to one of them suckers on a construction site, then ask me. No, not the same. You know, an outhouse is you and your people. Now a porta potty is hundreds of people. Much worse. I have never seen a bear here, although others have. It won't be long. Everything will be blooming out here. It's just now starting. Hello, Digga. Tomatoes already? Yeah, the grass is starting to grow a little bit here, which is, it's about time. It's almost spring. I mean, it's officially spring, but it's almost real spring here. I would not be too surprised if we had more snow, another cold snap and snow. But right now is whenever we usually, all it does is rain. Which last year, that's all it did all summer, and fall too was rain. But it always floods here in the spring. I wonder if people would start somehow getting in touch with YouTube, send them, I don't know, an email or whatever, and complain about these notifications, because it's ridiculous. I never get any notifications. Please watch your language, Tobias. That's alright. You're new. I try not to use it. I ain't gonna say I don't ever use it, but I definitely try not to use it on here. Sometimes whenever I bust my knuckle at work, I use it a bit. A bit of the old curse words, but it's just ugly talk. Might be kids are watching. But yeah, people ought to start complaining to YouTube. I have no control over it. I need to complain to YouTube. I don't get notifications. It sucks. Soap. Is that how y'all tell spring? Which, I guess spring and summer last, a month up there? Canada? She probably does, Sissy. She's been going into the porta potties too much, probably. Oh, wrong potty then. Mammoth Caves. I've only been there one time. Daniel Boone, I just drove through it a few times. I'll check that out. That's a nice place. From my internet research. Yeah, I recently resubscribed to Utah Sasquatch. I unsubscribed for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember why. But, and I got like two out, I think, two out of the last, 4 or 5 videos he's put up. Why would I want to do that? Would you like to be in a porta potty whenever it gets flipped? Do unto others, young man. Maybe one of these days. Well, Becky, did you know that Squire Boone was Daniel Boone's brother? And he is my great, great, great grandfather. There's that. Yep, Squire Boone, look him up. Some of my kin. Well, gang, there ain't nothing going on out here tonight with the boogers, so I do believe I'm going to go in and get me a bath, kick back, watch some videos, and take it easy this evening. I'm tired. I think I'll finish up the painting tomorrow after I get off work. Unless the boogers are active, then I'll do it Friday. Unless it's nice out, then I'll do it Saturday. Unless it's nice out then I'll get to it whenever I get to it. Bab. Alright. Well, thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all have a good night. And God bless.